Hey everyone, so today we will talk about center of mass. What is it, why do we use it, and why do we even need it? So, what is center of mass? Center of mass is basically a point where the entire mass of the object is concentrated. Let us make it simple by taking the example of a cube. So, here we have a cube. The center of mass of this cube is at the center inside the cube. So how do we know that? So let us look at the figure of the cube. Here we have the figure of the cube. You can clearly see this is the center of the cube and which is equidistant from all the faces of the cube. And so the center of mass of this cube is at the center. Because the mass distribution around it is uniform and it is symmetrical. And so it has its center of mass at the center. But here comes an important point that not all the objects has their center of mass at their centers, and center of mass can be in or out of the object. Let us take the example of a ring. So here we have a ring. The center of mass of this ring is at the center. You can see that the center of mass of this ring is at the center, which is here. You can clearly differentiate between ring and a cube. At the center of mass of the ring, there is no mass for the ring. But for the cube, at the center of mass, there is some mass at the center. We can say that this is the axis of the ring, and you can see this is the axis of the ring, and here comes the center of mass. And because of that, when we actually spin the ring, it actually rotates about its center of mass, which is about its axis. The straight line is the axis of the ring, and it rotates about the axis. So by now you know what is center of mass and how to locate center of mass for some simple objects. Here I will show you an example of how to use it. So here I have an object. I want this object to travel in a straight line like this. So where to apply the force? Now for that we will first need to figure out where is the center of mass. So the center of mass for this object is at the center because around it the mass is uniform. Around it the mass is uniform. You can see. So I will apply some force in line with the center of mass so that it will travel in a straight line. So let's do that. So it travels in a straight line. Now what happens if I apply some force not in line with the center of mass? So when I apply some force here, it actually tries to rotate. It actually tries to rotate this way around the center of mass. So with the concept of center of mass, we can actually figure out where to apply the force if we want to move the object in a particular direction. So that's it for this video. I'll talk to you more about it in the next video. Thank you.